The Avalanche are an absolute tear, rolling through Boston in one of their most dominant wins of the season. But even with momentum sky high, there are still a few questions hovering over Ball Arena. When will we finally see those long-awaited new jerseys, and how much longer will Colorado be without Mackenzie Blackwood between the pipes? We're breaking it all down: the dominant win, lingering injuries, and the mystery of those missing sweaters right here on the Avalanche Report. Let's get into it. What's up, everyone, and welcome to the Avalanche Report. I'm your host, Russ Dornish, and today we're going to be going over the dominant performance that the Avalanche had against Boston on Saturday night. We're going to talk about the injuries and what it's looking like for Mackenzie Blackwood, as well as where are the darn Nordique jerseys. All of that and so much more. Appreciate you for joining us. If you like what I'm doing here, make sure to hit that like. Of course, subscribe. We're already up to 5 subscribers as of right now. So I appreciate all of you who have hit that subscribe button on our very first video, and appreciate you so much for supporting this channel as we start growing for the very first time. So if you truly like what I'm doing here, appreciate it if you would hit that like button. But let's get on to the show and what we're talking about today. First off, I wanted to give a huge shout out to Scott Wedgwood, who has absolutely been a fantastic goaltender for Colorado here in the beginning parts of the season, in relief for the injured Mackenzie Blackwood. Coming in this week with the 3rd star vote for the NHL, 3 wins, 1 goal against, .954 save percentage. And while he didn't see a ton of pucks in Saturday's game, he made some absolutely fantastic saves. Those are the kind of games where if you dominate a team like the Avs did with Boston and kind of let them hang around a little bit too long, which they've seemed to be doing that here in the beginning part of the season, you risk the other team getting 1 or 2 lucky bounces, goals, and all of a sudden they're back in this game with a chance to win. Scott Wedgwood has done everything that he has been asked to do on the back end, making some tremendous saves at times, and looking absolutely fantastic for Colorado. The question is, and I want to know from you guys down in the comments below, do you think Colorado could already be facing a goaltending controversy when Mackenzie Blackwood comes back with the way that Scott Wedgwood has played? Or do you think they should just split the net even? Or is Scott Wedgwood the actual starting goaltender for the Avalanche? You let me know in the comments down below. Love to hear from you. Speaking of Mackenzie Blackwood, it looks like he is not ready just yet to get his first start of the season, as it did come out from Jared Bednar that he will not be active for Tuesday's game against the Mammoth. He was at practice, was one of 3 goalies there at practice, including Trent Miner, who has been acting as the backup for Scott Wedgwood. And it looked like we're getting closer to Blackwood, but he's not ready quite yet. So even though he did leave the Eagles and his stint of the conditioning with them, he is not ready to start just yet for the Colorado Avalanche between the pipes. We'll keep an eye on if he's ready for the next game after the Mammoth game tomorrow night. But we're going to be excited to have Mackenzie Blackwood back and see what kind of split Jared Bednar decides to do with this team going forward. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the dominant performance Saturday night. Nathan MacKinnon obviously having a fantastic game, getting 2 goals in the game. Arturi Lehkonen, 3 assists, just feeding off of Nathan MacKinnon and his ability to finish the puck. Game was close there for a while. The Nathan MacKinnon one-time goal that pretty much Swayman didn't see kind of sealed the victory for Colorado and really took off their dominant performance. And while the game was only 4-1, it could have easily been 6, 7, 8 goals if it wasn't for Jeremy Swayman and the game that he put in for the Bruins. Very impressive for him, I will say. I don't really fault him on either of the early MacKinnon goals, or really any of the goals for that matter. So the 4-1 victory, a little bit lopsided when it comes to that. When you look at the analytics, which I looked at before recording this video, Colorado scored off the charts. In fact, they dominated so much at times. Nathan MacKinnon had more shots on goal than the entire Boston Bruins had. Okay? Also, when it looked at dangerous scoring chances, Nathan MacKinnon had more dangerous scoring chances than the entirety of Boston's team. Now, I did mention earlier that Scott Wedgwood came in clutch when he needed to. He had an absolutely unbelievable glove save when the game was still close that kept the lead for Colorado and really helped them push to that victory. So massive props for him. And right now, the defense is just clicking. You look at the games and you look at that performance and how many shots they allowed to Boston. The defense for Colorado is really rolling right now. I have been most impressed by Brent Burns and what he has brought. Being 40 years old, you think that he might have lost a step, but that never really was Brent Burns' game. While he is a great skater, don't get me wrong. Remember, he is a forward that converted to a defenseman. I was still very pleasantly surprised to see, even at the age of 40, him really playing well on the defensive side and doing enough on the offensive side, getting another assist. He's on a point streak as a 40-year-old, which in the history of the Colorado Avalanche has only happened a number of times. So he is really fitting in on the back end and has been an absolute massive grab for the Avalanche. We do need to talk about the one negative to the team, and it's the one negative that has really plagued this team to start the season, and that is the power play. Yet again, going 0 for on the night, not getting a goal when they had 5 chances to score and really put away the Bruins. If this continues, there's going to need to be some more changes that happen because you can't, as a team that is going to be a playoff team later on, we could dominate this season, but we saw what happened in the Dallas series last year. If we're being honest, the power play is what lost us that series. We can't have that happen again going to the playoffs next year, so something needs to be figured out when it comes to the power play going forward for the Avalanche. I'll be very interested to see if they do some more movement. Like I said, Victor Olofsson joined power play 1, but it didn't make much of a difference. The one thing I'm noticing from the power play, and you guys let me know in the comments if you believe that that is why the power play is struggling or if there's something else entirely. The team is getting off shots, but they are not hitting the net. A lot of the one-timers and plays that they're setting up, the players are missing the net entirely. And as we know in hockey, what is the quote? 100% of the shots that you take won't go in. Well, 100% of the shots that don't go on net won't go in. So the Colorado Avalanche need to find a way to get more pucks on net, need to find a way to get more traffic in front of the net, and overall need to just create some more scoring chances when it comes to this power play, because right now it is extremely stale and the Avs are winning despite the power play performance. It'll be interesting to see if they can get going against Utah. Again, this is the second time they'll face them this season already, but I'm going to be very interested to see how the power play performs and can Colorado figure this out. Now, the good news is the PK is doing just fine this season. So while the power play is struggling, the PK is doing its job. And overall, Colorado is 5-0-1 as a result of their 5-on-5 performance, which is something you definitely want to see right now. But we need to get that power play going. Jersey Watch 2025. As we saw online, and if you were following along, I got a couple comments about that yes, there were people out there saying that the jerseys were premiering in Saturday night's game, and that was not the case. They ended up not premiering. So it looks like some of the insiders, some of the information out there is just not coming through correctly. However, we do have a little bit of information that kind of updates this story. The Avs are teasing some kind of announcement tomorrow morning, Tuesday, October 21st. You have to wonder if this might finally be the reveal of the long-awaited Nordiques jersey. With it being a Tuesday morning, you have to assume that the Avs will be wearing it Tuesday night against the Mammoth, potentially, although it is on the road, so maybe not. You want to premiere that jersey on home ice. It does, however, show perhaps they'll start up a pre-order for the jersey for fans to be able to buy online, which I would love to be able to do. I am not going to hesitate. And I recommend that if you're somebody that at all likes the jersey, do not wait. Do not wait till Christmas. Do not wait until a sale. I will tell you the number of people that I have spoken to that missed out on the fleur-de-lis purple burgundy jersey that the Avs wore a couple seasons ago that were a hot commodity that sold out almost instantly, and they never did a second run. Do not hesitate buying a jersey. If you are somebody out there that wants to get that as a Christmas gift for somebody, buy it the moment that they are available online. Do not wait, or you could miss out, as this jersey is extremely Extremely difficult to get. I've seen it going for $600, $700, $800 online because it was such a limited supply and they never ran a second running of it, which I still don't get to this day. I mean, you're literally printing money and they didn't. So be on the lookout for that. I will make sure to cover it once the jerseys are revealed. So make sure you're liked and subscribed to this channel so that you know when those jerseys are released to the general public. Thank you guys so much for joining me on the Avalanche Report this week. Make sure that you are subscribed so you know when those jerseys drop. And hey, interact with me. Say hello in the comments down below. Let me know if you're excited for the jerseys. Let me know what you've thought of the Avalanche's performance thus far through the season. And overall, just drop a line and say, hey, I appreciate you so much. Like, subscribe, and we'll talk to you on the next Avalanche Report. I'm Russ Dornish. Go Avs, go.